What's going on, friends? What's up, gamers? And welcome to DRULcast 137. I am True Oz, and with me is not Jack, because I'm not even going to say where he's at, because I think everybody knows where he travels to the most. But with me is Mr. Ace of Spades, Juan. What's going on, dude?
Hello, brothers.
What's
everybody.
new? You haven't been on a show in a while. Even Jack, we talk shit about you because you're not on the show.
Well, there's a such thing as having a life. In order to be able to feed this beast of gaming, you have to have money to buy these games and pay the bills of your, habitat in which you play these games. It's something which is life sucks.
Yeah, life always kicks us, and you just gotta step over it. Gotta keep it going. So yeah, Jack is away. Whatever. If I asked you, where's Jack, what would you say?
Vegas.
Okay, there you go. We'll just leave it at that. So he couldn't record with us, but we have Juan, and he is my partner in crime. We've been playing The Division together. And we haven't had a full blown discussion on it. So what do you think? What are your, from the beta to its official release? What did you feel? Did it satisfy your needs?
It met my expectations, if you wanna say that. It's something which I don't know if you hit upon the last few recordings you've had. But it's something which, you would have thought they would have done a little bit more due to the fact that they had, an alpha, beta, and then have the release. But in general, they're doing what they're supposed to do. Is that for fun? It's fun,
Yeah.
As long as you have a crew, it's fun. And thankfully, I have a very dedicated crew. So it's
a one-man army named Jake.
Yes, one-man army called Bullethead, a.k.a. Jake. So, it's something which at least, it keeps me going. Otherwise, it could fall flat and be boring. And, because it's RPG, and a lot of the RPG thing, in order to develop your character, it's just repetition.
Yeah,
and trust me.
Farming.
Yes. Yeah. And
we'll get into
to that point. Yes.
So here's my thing, right? So I think the alpha and the beta both were the same. They added a little extra, one extra mission, whatever. But in reality, what they wanted you to do is go into the dark zone and just explore and kill each other and just admire humanity, I guess.
The what's left of it, at least.
Yeah, no, what I mean is admire what other people would do, So the other players, you're in the dark zone, so other players can fucking shoot you and whatnot. So I think that's what they wanted you to do, is to go in there and just get bombarded with as many different crews and see what would happen. So that was the beta and the alpha. That's kind of what I got from it, right? And then you release the full game, and honestly, really short. I feel like the game is just short. So, but that's the thing. It's not meant to be for offline, like a single player campaign. It's meant mostly to be enjoyed, co-op, first off. But even in the missions, how many missions are there? 5, 6? Main missions. Story-driven missions.
I didn't even get the chance to count because I've always played with you guys, but yeah, most of it does consist of side missions, so I don't know which one was which, truthfully.
So there's only maybe 5 or 6 main story missions, and all of those you could probably complete within 4 hours of playing the game, if that. Maybe a little more, because you might want to rank up. But if you're playing with somebody, that's kind of what sucked also, is that when playing with somebody else who is a higher level, they'll kind of steamroll through the entire game. So in a way, not really, but in a way, it's just a lot easier playing it that way. And it kind of sucks for you, because now you're being left behind. All of the items that you're getting are for higher levels than you are, and I feel like that's kind of where I messed up, because when I was playing with Jake, we got to the end game. I'm level 24, and you have to be level 30 to even, do, or maybe not 30. Maybe you have to be like 28, 29 in order to do some decent amount of damage to the end game. And here I am at 24 throwing cotton balls at the enemies, And I don't want to say that he rushed it. I don't want to say that he ruined it for me, because it was still fun as fuck. Like, we, coming out with strategies on how to actually beat the final boss was amazing, but that's the key to the Division is that teamwork aspect. So to anybody who's playing single player, or to anybody who is, not going in matchmaking, you might have a pretty bad experience with this game. Not gonna lie. For the main mission.
It's all communication. Definitely that. Something which, if you're trying to solo it, granted, it adapts to you, so you can do it. It's not impossible. But, this game is definitely more enjoyed when you do have more people. And if you don't have your people, it could be rather, atrocious, because if you don't communicate well with others, and, like I said, the game adapts to you.
Use their mics. That's the other problem.
No, especially if they do that whole level thing. Granted, I haven't even attempted doing the matchmaking. Maybe I should, just for the hell of it.
I did it on the beta just to try it out, and it works. I mean, they just get teleported to you, or you. No, I'm just
wondering the pairing up of the levels. If it still continues to be the same, that is kind of.
It's all It's all based off of what level you are, so everybody will be consistent.
Okay. No, and that's kind of what I'm getting at.
So that's why matchmaking. That's why I think playing with matchmaking would be better than playing with somebody who is a higher level to rush you through things. I don't want to see rush. It just sounds bad. It's not rush, because it still is a struggle.
They adapt to the freaking the highest player on your squad, and then you're, like you said, you're the one kind of suffering here. Exactly. It's supposed to be a walk in the park per se, but it's nothing of that. You have to freaking die every second to get picked up. Pretty awful.
So yeah, that's all single player. Now, going into the multiplayer, or it's not even it's PvP. It's not even multiplayer. Like, whatever. Multiplayer is general, So basically, once you get to that point, I feel like once you reach level 30 on your on single player, I don't even know what to call it. Once you reach the max level on the non-dark zone area, right? There's really not much else to do in the other world. Sure, you just go back and you could, do the challenges that are insanely hard. But ideally what you would want to do, I feel like the game isn't forcing you to go to the DZ, but at the same time it is, because in order to get better gear, you have to fight in the dark zone, right?
Oh yeah, dude. They're trying to, rather than how some people are one-dimensional. I mean, you think about it. Somebody buys Call of Duty, what do?
They just play a multi, exactly. But now here's the other problem with the dark zone. Once you go in there and you're farming and you're doing all of this other stuff, killing the NPC players, wasn't the point of the dark zone to go rogue and to like stir up chaos within, other players and all this other stuff? I feel like I have not seen many people go rogue. Every time I'm in the dark zone by myself, I easily walk past everyone. Like, nobody's starting shit. But even with a group, even with like two people, I've played with Jake. We've farmed, so many, like different areas, like gone looking for gear, the yellow NPCs, and I see a group of like 4 or 3 or even 2 people, and they're always friendly. They just want to get a shot off so that they'll get a guaranteed drop on the boss as well. And then you pick up your loot and you just go your separate ways. And that's it.
It wasn't like that a couple days ago, trust me. No? So, got raided on the freaking pickup.
On the extractions?
Yeah, Bullet wasn't happy.
Ugh, that sucks. That had to hurt. But that's the thing. I don't see it a lot. And we've extracted and we've gone through a lot of extractions and a lot of farming. I feel like the last maybe 2 or 3 times that I've played the game, that's all I've been doing is literally just going in, killing, the enemies, the NPCs, the gold name characters, extracting, repeating. I've probably emptied my inventory or my stash, which only has 30 slots. I've probably done that like 40 or 50 times by now. Like, I feel like that's all that we've been doing. And in my mind, is that like, sure, I'm looking for gear, sure, I'm upgrading my stuff, but in my mind, like, is this multiplayer? I feel like I'm just playing like Diablo, for example, on PC. Like, I'm just clicking. Oh, a drop. I wear it, and then I'm like, oh, I need to find this other piece. Oh, clicking. I never go up against anybody else. Like, in Diablo, I get it because you need that gear in order, you get better stats. But on here, sure, you need it. I believe you it does help out. Obviously, gives you stats and whatnot. But you're not fighting anyone else. Like, honestly, we're not starting shit against other people.
Not yet. We want to be the top of the line so we can start shit. Well, we don't even have our squad yet, bro. Our goal is to get everybody level 30,
to the high level,
geared. Yeah. Basically, be able to go through the challenge without it being a challenge. Then we're like, all right, now we can start problems because it won't be a problem.
Yeah, I get that.
I don't know. If you're gonna start shit, be like, oh shit, he could start shit. I don't want to be all bark per se. I don't want to be that little tiny chihuahua.
No, I see that. I get it, but I don't know. That's my take right now. Is I like the game. I think the story it's great. Everything about the game is great. I haven't had any issues with anything. Sure. There's been like 1 or 2 disconnects here and there, but I still haven't run into any major issues. The other day it was really laggy, but that's, with anything, shit like that happens, But I don't know. I can't. I just have to wait and see. See, this is what sucks. Saying that I want to wait for the DLC makes me feel like the game wasn't complete. When in reality, it is.
That's what they have to do, though. That's
just maintain it. They just have to keep it.
That's the age and time we are with video games, though. They can't, to really take value out of, the game, rather the monetary value. They have to kind of break it down into pieces so that they could, really sell it for what, break even. Because it seems like games nowadays, it's like to be able to make money, you have to like really. Through the customers by like, oh, you need DLC.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what goes into the production as far as price nowadays, but it just seems that that's the reason that they're doing this. Because every single game now is having DLC, season pass, all this nonsense. So it's something which definitely brings upon the whole incomplete, because you feel like. You're left hanging, especially with this game. How you said it's so short.
Yeah.
It's like, what else do I have to do? And if you don't have any, people who have this game and are able to, enjoy it with them, then that's it. You just move on. What's next on the menu?
Yeah.
Sucks.
Yeah, I see that. That's all I got for the Division, honestly. I just can't wait to see what else, that's my thing. What else?
Yeah. It's something which, we're like, maybe 2 to 3 years deep into RPGs really hitting hard on the console.
Yeah.
So it's something in which, they're still adapting. For RPGs to this caliber to be great, they have to go in the PC world. But something in which, there's room. Because you see what Destiny did. As you stated, when you beat the game and, it was like, oh, this was like a demo. We played the demo. And then the real game came out when the DLC came out,
But isn't it... Yeah, no, that's 100% true. I agree with that. We've said that already. We've been saying that, you know. But with the division, is I don't know, man. It's a different feeling. I don't feel like the game is. I don't feel like the game was rushed. I don't feel like I got a demo. I thoroughly enjoyed the entire game. You know. I thought it was good, but I just feel like there was something else. I don't know, man. It has to be. We have to wait for DLC, is what it is.
I don't know, like with me at least, some wishful consideration. It's just like, oh, maybe leveling up guns, you know?
Leveling up the guns and everything else independently. Yeah. So moving on, we have. What else have you been playing, dude?
Well, I don't know if anybody's been able to look at the article, but I've been playing some Bravely Second, which is the sequel to Bravely Default. Reason I'm still playing it, even though it's a demo, is because not your progress, but through your progress in the demo, you unlock some items in which do carry over into the game. So it's something which
is it just the items or
it's items equipped. It's a variety of things.
Okay.
Because the thing is, in reality, I don't know what the structure of the game is gonna be. I don't know if I was playing as characters you are to play as. It's something which, this game did that previously. With
I remember you telling me, because you really wanted me to get this game, and you're like, oh, check out the demo, and then you were telling me that anything you do there or whatever, some of the things that you do there carry over to the other one. But I don't know, man. I just wasn't feeling it. Is the second one more of the same in regards to the demo, at least?
It's the same structure.
Okay.
As far as the RPG setting, it's still turn based. It kept the whole time thing being put into play. Time being that you could just pretty much gamble away your future turns, so you could be able to attack in this one turn.
Yeah.
4 being the max, or -5 really is. It really depends, because then you could really unlock equipment to have you do more. But it's all strategy. If you know the enemy, like, oh, every 3 turns he does this move, it's something with like.
So you time that. Yeah. Okay.
So, but it's pretty cool because there's some things in which in the game it really does go by time. For example, I don't know if it's every hour, but let's just say every 2 hours, you gained a Brave Second. So in the bottom of the screen, you'll see a max of 3, so you can retain 3, and it's 3 moves on top of the moves that each character could have. So in one turn, you could literally have 7 attacks. For one character. So you try to strategize that. You're like, oh, I'm facing a boss. Let me leave that. Let me use it there. And trust me, for the last battle, that helped me out big time.
Mm-hmm.
I hated the last battle. No, bro, I hated the last battle. It was just agonizing, because it's one of those, beat one side of it, and then it's like, oh, no, there's another level of it. And it's like, oh, no, there's even another level.
So there's different.
You thought you were done. Oh, here's another level.
You just keep peeling the layers of the onion type shit. Like,
oh my god,
there's always another.
It is agonizing, because especially when you're having a boss here that has a crazy overpowered moves. It's not just like a normal battle.
Yeah.
And you're just like, once again, using this time strategy, like, oh no, heal, oh no, you're like panicking, because literally one move and you reset. It doesn't have a checkpoint in the middle. You have to start the freaking fight from the beginning.
That sucks.
Yep. Oh, you have no idea. When I was like, yes, and then I gambled all my turns. I'm like, attack, and everybody attacked. This dude was probably left with like a little bit of HP, because you could use some items to kind of scan and see the enemy, and that's what I always do to kind of keep where I'm at.
Yeah.
He's literally left with like maybe 500 HP, and it's just that 500 HP is all you needed. Destroyed the living fuck out of me. It was bad. Yeah. Either way, it's something, and that's why I said in the article, it's agony, man. It's agonizing, all this, leveling up and all that, because it could be for nothing, because you'll get destroyed, or you could actually get the ultimate goal, which is beating the game, and it's just a satisfaction, like I did it. No, but back to the Bravely Second. Some factors in which they added, which I guess is a bit unique. It's like, oh, you did good there. You beat the enemy in one turn. You want to fight again? It's for real. It's just pretty much the energy that's given, and it's usually done if you beat them all in one turn. But what ends up happening there is that you actually stay with the same turn. So if you risk your turns, the turns in which you utilized stay the same. You don't reboot your turns.
So it continues where you left off, type shit.
Correct. So if you use all your turns to just wipe them out in one turn, the next group of people are gonna come in, and you're not gonna have any turns to attack. At least for that character, because remember, as I stated, every character has their 4 turns that they could pretty much risk.
Nice.
But one thing about RPGs that I kind of always done is you always pick a favorite character and you kind of just dress them up with the best equipment. I don't know if you have done that. I like this person. Yeah. Let me do that. So it's something.
You always give them your main. You always give them the best stuff, and then everybody else gets the scraps.
Yeah, but this game, there's it really is different just because you really don't have a character who has a set of stat that is like better than the other, because it's all about like equipment. If not equipment, the job. It kind of goes the combination of what abilities you give them. It's crazy. So you can mold your favorite character to be the strongest, but it's not something that defaultly kind of gets set. Kind of like in comparison, I know I do this a lot to compare to Pokemon, but you see those Pokemon come in with statistics of their own,
For those unaware, I think your favorite game of all time has to be like any Pokemon, right? Like, it's safe to say.
My favorite game of all time, if I have to go there, is Ocarina of Time.
Okay.
It's just because it's the only game that it was the first open world to me.
Yeah.
It was the first open world, and you could do whatever the hell you want. You could go fishing, you could go racing horses.
There was a lot to do.
Yeah, it was a breaker. It wasn't a breakthrough. It's just something different.
It was a lot to do other than what you were expected to do, and because of that, it made it so much more memorable. Is what
I guess. Yeah, but as far as favorite multiplayer, yes, maybe Pokemon is there, and I say maybe just because,
really?
In a sense that I could get people together, like
I guess man,
have you been talking to all my friends? I think you're the only one that doesn't play Pokemon, brother. I don't know if you realize that.
I think I came to realize that when
we all had our DS put it out, and you're the only one without a DS. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I have a DS, but I'm not playing Pokemon. When everybody was trading and doing all that stuff, I think it was like maybe 2 or 3 years ago at PAX, I noticed that everybody was like, oh, like trying to get like Pokemon from other people and trying to do things like trade and do all this other stuff. And I'm like, I'm here like playing fucking, I don't know, Animal Crossing or something. Like,
that's not a bad game though.
No, I love it, but still, I'm just saying, like, it was just, like I wasn't in the loop, Just wait until Pokemon Go, man. I'm in, 100% in, 1,000,000% in. I'm so in. So I've been playing this other game. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's called Super Hot. It's a PC game. Yeah, have you heard of it?
No, not at all.
Dude, so imagine this, right? The only time, how can I describe this? It's a weird game, right? It's first person, and the only time that things happen around you is when you move. So so you move forward, and it's like playing. Damn, it's like pressing play on something on a VCR or whatever on TV. You know, when you're moving anywhere, the action around you is also moving. The environment, the world around you is also moving. So basically, if I'm running forward and there's an enemy coming at me, if he shoots at me, I can just stop, you know, and then the game is paused. I see the bullet, it's coming towards me, so I'm gonna obviously move to the side, because if I move to the side, the bullet's coming forward, and it plays the game as I move, you know. So so then you have to play with like different angles because there are multiple enemies shooting at you. So you're moving to different sides, and then there could be somebody behind you. And the goal is obviously to kill the enemies, like any other fucking great game, you know? So you got to figure out a way to get to them. So there's like this one level, it's a hallway. There's 3 enemies shooting at different times, right? So you you move forward, and then you take a step to the right. You move forward, you take a step to the left, and then you try, because the bullets are coming towards you, so you're trying to figure out like how to navigate around all of this. And then there's melee to the game. You can like, if you get close enough to them, you punch them in the hand or whatever, you can see the gun fly up, right? You can grab the gun and shoot them, shoot the buddy. You throw the gun at the end. Like, dude, it's an entire action movie all built together. And this is what the game does that fucking blew my mind. Once you finish the level, because it's by segments, you know, like you get put into a scenario, you complete it, and then that's it, and then there's the next scenario, right? So what this game does very well is at the end of it, once you've completed the level, it replays what you just did in fast motion like a movie.
Oh, that's nice.
It's so fucking amazing. And every single time you're like, so in the back of your mind, after you do it a couple times, in the back of your mind, you're like, oh, I want to see what this would look like. Yeah. So let me do it this way. You know? So like one of the stages, there's a car that's coming towards you. You have to run away from and hide like in a little alley, and then bad guys show up, and there's like a gun on the side. So you're like, okay, if I run, I could pick up the gun, I could shoot the guy, but if I shoot the guy, the car might hit me, so I might just throw my gun while I'm running and seeing how that looks, and maybe I'll catch up, and then I can beat him up. Like, there's so many different like ways. So everybody that's playing the game has a different movie at the end, because each level you play it differently, you know? Like, the way I play my game might be different. You might want to throw the weapon at somebody, as opposed to me, I might want to just shoot them, you know? So every little clip is different. Dude, oh my god, the game is just so cool. Just the way that you kind of visualize all of that, and the way that it shows everything at the end put together is amazing. I love that little mechanic that they added. So yeah, that's my current game right now that I'm kind of playing. Next week, I'll have 2 other games that I'm actually not. I don't think I can. I'll say the titles. So I'm playing these 2 games called Leap of Fate, and another one is called Epistory. Now, both of these games, I don't, whatever, look them up on Steam or anything like that if you want to get more information. I believe Epistory is available for early release right now. I can't release anything on them. I do have contact for both of these developers, and thank you, because they're giving me the opportunity to play these games early. And once they're officially released, which if I'm not mistaken, it's on the 30th, which is next week, I'll be able to put out more content on them. So once that happens, I'll have, we'll set the YouTube up once more, and we'll get that going once more, because I kind of took a break from that just to focus on, kind of getting all of this put together, essentially. So yeah, next week, look forward to some new gameplays and new content on YouTube. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave it at that. I mean, I don't know. Do you have anything else you wanna get on?
No. That's pretty good. I don't appreciate you saying get on. I don't know. That just sounds weird.
All All right, guys. So if you have any questions, please let us know. You can follow me on Twitter. I'm at TrueOz. That is at AceJam, and there's a 3 with the E and then an underscore in between because for whatever reason you decided to pick the most insane Twitter username imaginable.
That's because if you really want to find me, you'll go through all the trials and tribulations there.
You gotta try.
You gotta want it.
You gotta. So yeah, follow us, and you can also follow at Down Right Up Left on Twitter if you want, or even on Facebook. We don't really post on there. If anything, you're just gonna get notified whenever we put out new content, whenever there is a new podcast like the one you're listening to now, or whenever there is a new article. So on the website, so definitely go follow us on there as well. But if you want to contact us directly, you can do so on the other Twitter handles on there. So yeah. Thank you guys for listening. Play to Drool. Thank you, Juan, for stepping in for Mr. Jack. And we'll catch you guys next week. Peace.